First up, the obvious Kickstarter, the Behemoth.
Batman.
It is the Batman. Ben, what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so this is Batman Gotham City Chronicles by Monolith. We've done some videos on this game before, so we've got some Let's Play showing off the verses and the adventure mode. Talking about the game itself, it's for 2 to 4 players, and you'll play as Batman and his friends going up against the villains from the Gotham gallery of rogues, as it were. So the base pledge itself comes with a hero and a villain box, plus your rulebook. So you'll have 2 different boxes that contain everything you need to play. As you go down through the Kickstarter page, you'll see everything that's included in there, which is a hell of a lot, as you might imagine. As well as that, there's also going to be a whole bunch of extra bits and pieces added onto this as a Kickstarter exclusive as well, so bear that in mind when you look at this campaign. There are going to be new villains, new heroes, loads of 3D terrain elements. There are new goons, art prints, alternate versions of a whole bunch of different characters, so you can look at different sculpts based on what you like from the sort of era of Batman that you read potentially in the comic books. So there's also a number of expansions that include Wayne Manor. There's also Arkham Asylum. There's the Versus expansion, which is the one we've talked about in videos before, where you go up against each other with 2 teams of characters instead, which is really cool. And then there's also, as a little bit of a special thing as well, there's the Batmobile expansion. So if you like the idea of a vehicle on the tabletop, they've got that too. So yeah, as you might imagine, this game is kind of similar to what we saw with Conan, in that you'll be playing 2 different linked scenarios and adventures that you play through as Batman and his friends, taking on all sorts of different villains and dealing the pals and whoop-asses that you would have seen in the old version of the TV show as well on the tabletop. So yeah, very, very cool. And as I said, Kickstarter exclusive. So if you're interested in this, you're going to have to get in on the Kickstarter campaign as it stands right now. So,
yeah, absolutely.
One thing I do have to say for this, I had the good fortune to actually play this game, so I've played it in both modes.
Yeah.
Playing in the versus mode is really, really interesting because you're both working off that river mechanic instead of having that, you know, I'm controlling a character, my mate's controlling a character, and then one of us is controlling all of the villains. Having it play out as both of you on that same footing is really, really cool.
No, I don't understand.
Okay, so let me scroll up here. Just give me a sec. I'll go to the thing. So the way this normally works is your villain controls his things with this.
Right.
They're on the river. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yes.
And then as he plays stuff, each of his tiles goes to the back of the river.
Yeah.
And then gets more expensive to play.
Yes.
Okay. Whereas all of your regular heroes are normally playing with this. Individualized
tablets and hero screens. Oh God, yes.
So it's an individualized control console.
So the way you control stuff as the hero is different from the way the villain controls stuff as the villain.
Yes, that's in the adventure mode.
Yes.
So whenever you're playing the versus mode, you're both working off this.
You're both working off the hero mode.
That's off of the command board.
Sorry, the command board, yeah.
So it really changes how you play, how you tactically think about stuff. And it means that you're not just playing with a single hero. You can be playing as Batman, Catwoman, Red Hood, with a bunch of like GCPD characters there as well, fighting the out against the villain.
GCPD.
Gotham City Police
Department.
I knew that.
But no, it's a fabulous game. They've went back and they've revisited the Conan mechanics, completely retooled them to make the game run smoother, run better, run cleaner. Because whenever Conan first got into people's hands, there was a little bit of confusion about how to actually play the game. They've completely cleaned that up. The sculpts look gorgeous. The IP is fantastic. Definitely want to jump in on if you like your
Batman. Come on.
As a fan of the comics, I am geeking out over every single one of the sculpts we've seen. Both Red Hoods were there. Jason Todd and the original Joker variant. The Court of Owls, and of course my favorite Batman villain, the Riddler.
The Riddler.
I don't know. I do like the Year Zero Batman. The sculpt for it is...
Which one's that? Bring that up till we see it.
So if I can quickly find it here. It is this one.
Zero year.
Yeah.
When he's starting out.
Yeah, that just looks really cool to me.
Oh, so that is Batman in the kind of like the early weeks of him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You've got the Penguin, you've got... Oh, who's that?
Cassandra King.
I do not know Orphan. I do not know Orphan.
Yeah.
You've got Robin, Damian Wayne.
So Batman's son, the variant. I see.
Yeah.
You've got Jason Todd. You've got
Dark Knight.
Batman, yep. Red Hood, classic one from the old origin story. Solomon Grundy.
Gotta love Solomon Grundy.
Such a villain.
That's some amazing
Hush.
stuff.
And Man-Bat. Oh, Hush.
Yeah, Hush is
nice.
there. Yeah.
So basically, they have such a world to explore with this game. It's just crazy fun.
Absolutely. Right, there's about 28 days to go. And remember, this is Kickstarter exclusive. Monolith have... do you know what? I think they've nailed this because they realize that there are certain games that you can only now create in this fashion. Okay? So they're creating these big box thematic titles that are only viable via Kickstarter, because to try and do them via retail involves distribution, which means that there's a number of points in the chain that need to get a cut. And what it does is it reduces the margins so much that the original creator, the original producer, actually then starts to make a loss potentially. So if you want these big box experience games, I suspect Monolith won't be the only ones to go this route, that you will find more and more of them being the Kickstarter exclusive. So you get in on the Kickstarter, and if you don't, if you're lucky, maybe you get a rerun or reprint at something.
Or a rerun through the Kickstarter. But this is what I call a complete experience game.
Yes.
You have everything you need in one shot. There is no slow build up to it. It's one big hit.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that, because that's what we've seen from Monolith, and it does work well.
Yeah.